best served cold. Well, that sets the stage. Brooke and Murray in the backcourt. Christian Brown. It'll be Connolly and Edwards in the backcourt. Jaden McDaniel and Joker at the midcourt circle, and we're underway. Edwards looking to post up Julius Randle. He gets it against Russell Westbrook. Mid-range jumper is pure.
Plays a smaller lineup to start, so somebody's going to get that matchup. Westbrook here on the first possession. Julius Randle knows he can shoot over the top of that.
Randle guarding Westbrook at the other end. Murray being stuffed by Anthony Edwards. Murray missed the lefty lay, and it comes off to Gobert. Quick hit ahead to Connolly. Bounce pass to Gobert inside, and he gets it to go more active, Tim, especially rebounding the basketball. He feels he needs to do better.
Yeah, this is always an anticipated matchup. Rudy Gobert, former defensive player of the year against Jokic, and here you see him overplaying the passing lane and
gets to nothing. 4 quick points for the big center from France. Murray guarded by McDaniels here on the switch. Joker amongst the top 3 three-point shooters.
Threes, and he's shooting it at a 48% clip, so that's action they love to run. Downhill for Murray, kick out to Jokic.
Murray trying to guard Randle here. Randle with the size advantage, tough fadeaway, and rebounded by Christian Brown. Christian Brown has been shooting the basketball extremely well for this Nuggets team. Joker and Gobert wrestling inside. League leading scores. He's right now coming into the game tonight averaging a 30-point near triple-double. Edwards crosses over, blows by, and got the
change directions, and then one more dribble, he's at the rim.
Jokic kicks it out to Brown. Big screen by Jokic for Brown. Nice pass inside by West.
And Jokic, that's 2 early, deep seals, and I don't care if it's Rudy Gobert or Victor Wembanyama or whoever it is down there. You let Jokic catch the ball that deep, he's going to finish that every time.
They clear out the side for Randle again. Lost the handle, got it back. A little bit of sauce. Good start for Minnesota offensively. They're 5 of 6 from the field. Jokic going to try and walk down McDaniels here. Kicks it out to Porter Jr. Gobert picked him up on the switch. Tough shot, doesn't go. And here's Ant-Man on the fly. Get your cameras ready. He smoked the layup, though. Anthony Edwards had 28 last time out in the first meeting between these two teams. Here's Murray with a little step back. He got it to ball.
As great as Jokic has been and always is, Jamal Murray, as we all know, might be the... So a lot of times that would be Aaron Gordon rolling that slide, a much bigger, stronger defender. Denver out there with 3 guards and a long...
Aaron Gordon still on a minutes restriction, coming off of that calf injury. Anthony Edwards sticking to Murray. Here's Westbrook, shooting a career high from 3-point territory this year. That one a little bit strong, and Connolly on the fly. Randle with a little post up on the block. No whistle, back to Randle. Good 2-man game there.
And then eventually took control before they lost that lead, and Minnesota went on to the conference finals.
Out of the timeout, Jokic hands it off to Brown, gets it back. Both centers are 3 for 3 from the field. Good play coming out of the timeout. Edwards will bring it across for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards has been seeing more off-ball help than any other player in the NBA. There he saw some on the help as well, and Minnesota moved the ball well, Tim.
Pass that's available is that slit middle to shoot it or facilitate.
Great baseline cut by Brown, had it blocked at the rim. Out of Westbrook out to Murray. Murray up to 37% winning streak. He's had a team leading 7 steals as well each time. Randle off the mark, Gobert with the rebound. To McDaniels for the slam.
Quick 3, 6 for his last 40 from there. I don't know you want to hunt him that early in the clock if you're Julius Randle right now.
Porter Jr. double teamed out top. Jokic against McDaniels. And lays it in. And Tim, I want to ask you your theory. Do you make him score so he doesn't hit you passing and assisting as much as he does?
I think typically that has been the MO for Minnesota, and I think a lot of teams take that approach. You know what he's capable of doing if you play him that way. But I think that's picture. Everybody else is in a flow offensively. He's finding people.
Tell you what, you make him a score, he could end up with a 50-piece at the end of the night. Randle with 8, meanwhile, for the Timberwolves. Edwards caught on the switch. They switch back. Murray a little bit strong, rebounded by McDaniels. Edwards on the fly. Minnesota not a team that plays with great pace. Gobert couldn't make the in the paint. He leads the league in elbow touches like he got it right there, and that 30th in three-pointers attempted. So they're the little bit of a throwback style. Joker gonna pound away against Naz Reid, and that's his first miss of the ball game. But he did a little bit of cleanup.
Jokic, as we look up at his career, 30 years after he's out of the league, I don't know we're going to see a set of hands and touch around the basket like he presents.
Randall for three, off the mark, rebounded by Westbrook. Westbrook has this team the #1 fast break team in the league, but he turns it over on the pass. Nickeil Alexander-Walker checked in during the break. Naz Reid wide open, lined up the seams. Butter.
56% from the three-point line this month. So that's automatic for Naz Reid when he walks into a
10% counters with the three. Here's Randall. Alexander-Walker behind the screen. They went under, and he made them pay. Brilliant shooting so far by both teams in this game to start. Westbrook slips the screen and lays it home.
Offense, his ability to weak side slash with that speed, playing with someone with the vision of Jokic, it's a real weapon now that Denver has.
Edwards off the mark with the three ball. Randall dribble handoff to Alexander-Walker. A long two is short. And Westbrook with a chance to bring the Nuggets to within two. Off the Jokic screen. That pass was coming in maybe a little bit hot. Numbers the other way, a 3-on-1. Alexander-Walker uses 5 in the ball game for him. Brown with a body bump coming off the bench.
For Denver, playing this lineup with Russell Westbrook, Christian Brown, and Jamal Murray. 3 different guys that intended to make that shot, right? Put that kind of touch on it. But look at the graphic there, right? 55 straight triple doubles heading into the fourth quarter. First guy in 50 years to do that as well.
5-point lead after that Minnesota bucket. Under 3 minutes to go. Murray, guarded by fellow Canadian Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Both of them played on the Canadian national team in Paris, France at the Olympics. Off the steal, Rob Dillingham got peeled clean. Joker up to Gordon. He usually dunks it off the alley-oops it, but
just got in the game. I don't think he was quite loose for that oop yet, so he just caught that one on the ground and went up and dunked it anyway.
Edwards sees two bodies, kicks it out to Alexander-Walker on the drive. Into the corner. Dillingham, a little too strong off glass, got it back. He is fearless.
To his game, he is constantly looking for the next shot. Nice to come in and get 2 quick touches. And get
Edwards into the front court. Sees 2, passes it over to Alexander-Walker. Scrother trying to stick him out top. Step back 3 on the way. Nobody's made more three-pointers this year than Anthony Edwards. So far, though, 0 for 2 from deep.
That has become his favorite shot. Going left to a step back. He's got great elevation, shooting it at a career high from out there as well.
Scrother has been on a heater of late. And Dillingham battling for the rebound. Picked up by Murray. Gordon switches on to him. Dillingham lacerating the lanes.
Low and in good position, and you're talking about an elite level defender. And Dillingham had no problem with that whatsoever. Just one change of hands and he's at the rim, one more dribble.
5-point lead for the Timberwolves. Aaron Gordon, a little bit strong, got it back. Over Gobert, and he draws the foul.
He's knowing all along he's going to hit Murray on the back cut.
Gordon at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. Hey, let's take a look at the upcoming Tuesday. Lakers, Sixers, followed by Bucks, Trailblazers. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Tim, you and I saw the Pistons in preseason. You predicted they'd be the most improved team in the NBA. Kudos to you.
Yeah, I think that's probably not even debatable with what they have done in the season they went through a year ago. Happy for J.B. Bickerstaff and that young talent.
Well, the rookie with a play. Alexander-Walker picks up Murray. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Scrother.
A lot. He just has a natural feel, and he's got incredible amount of confidence.
And he's won the confidence of Chris Finch, their head coach. Edwards can run it all the way down. They're going to hit him near midcourt. Gobert sets the screen and rolls. 5 on the clock. Edwards inside. Great time for the bucket. I guess that's how you beat the double team, when they show you a ton of bodies.
Gotta be more physical. Every time we come here, we know it's gonna be a physical game. We gotta lock in our defense and just be better on that end.
Thanks, Christian.
Minnesota really feasted in the paint as Josh Minot had his shot partially blocked, kept in play by DeAndre Jordan, who came into the ball game during the commercial timeout. Here's Murray out top over Alexander Walker, and he switched.
Good at that exact action when he tries to get face guarded. His ability to push off a little bit, reverse direction, and then get quickly into his shot from out there on the catch.
Naz Reid with the counter, overcooked it. Comes out to Dillingham, another opportunity for Minnesota. Dillingham playing with his food out there. Good defense by Murray. Minot, tough shot. And a stop for the Nuggets again. Anthony Edwards starts this second quarter on the bench for Minnesota. Off the screen, Strother up for Jordan. Out to Gordon. Good closeout by Naz Reid. 7 on the shot clock. Sidestep 3. Jordan battling, tips it back out to Strother. Clean look for 3. Denver had some good looks. Alexander Walker as Gobert flips the screen. Probes the baseline. Dillingham, one more to Reid. 10 on the shot clock. One more to Alexander Walker. Got it in over Jordan. Walker averaging 8.3 per game.
Welcome sight for Chris Finch. He has really struggled with his shooting this month, 29% from the field and the 3, so he's already gotten a couple of opportunities to go.
Strother forced that one up a little bit. This Minnesota team, not a team that plays at a high pace. Not a half-court offense out of them. Dillingham around the screen.
That month too had an ankle injury, ended up going to the G League to play his way back into rhythm. But back now for 5 games and getting an opportunity with Dante out, and he is taking advantage of this right now, lighting it up here today in the first half.
Porter Jr. off the mark, another chance for Murray. Guarded by Alexander Walker. Watson sets the screen. Jamal Murray turns the corner, goes glass. 12 points in the ball game. Joker on the bench still. He's got 13.
Jamal Murray is really moving well, and I told you before the game, I was watching him, I said, I think Jamal Murray's going to have a big game today. Just the way he looked in warm-ups, it was coming so easy.
About 3 weeks, which will be around the time of All-Star break, Mark.
Well, that's good news for Minnesota. He had just started to shoot the basketball extremely well after a lethargic beginning shot.
Yeah, DiVincenzo found his rhythm after a slow start. It was a lot of change for him coming from New York to a different situation, different role, but started to really light it up prior to that injury.
Randall off the mark, rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Lead is down to 7 now for Minnesota. Good hands by Dillingham. Watson got to the court, through the wickets, and Jordan finished it off.
A great combination there of just getting after it, the 50-50 balls, you come up with it, and then the awareness to figure out a way to get that ball under the rim for an easy one.
That's going to be a travel against Gordon and Jordan. Murray from 16 feet, pure. A 3-point game. He might be one of the best players in the Western Conference never to be named an All-Star, Jim.
There's no doubt about that. And look, he's going to always be overshadowed by Nikola Jokic, but as we both...
While Julius Randle at the free throw line for Minnesota. Randle, an 81% free throw shooter on the season. It's fans in attendance here. Seen some great basketball, Tim, with 10 points in the ball game. Randle, of course, in a contract year coming up. Murray around the screen. Watson pops. Murray with the 2. Jordan kept it alive. Goes right to Watson. Through the contact. Couldn't finish. Up again. Jordan kept it alive. Relentless.
Ben in this run by Denver, and he's now getting consistent backup center minutes, and he kept 3 different balls alive so far in his stint off the bench.
McDaniels kicks it out to Randle. Little show and go. Tried to punch, and Watson said no. Inside, Reid tries it. Jordan got a piece of it. It's
Now for Peyton Watson, you got contributions from Julian Strawther. Aaron Gordon now on the bench, so that second unit is...
why not getting some for a while? You didn't see him, but Chris Finch telling us
This is too fast to try to play 8 guys, so Minot the guy that's going to benefit and get some minutes.
Anthony Edwards with just 1 field goal so far in the ball game. Check back in for the Timberwolves. Randall had it back tapped. Denver off and running. Brown goes tween inside and scores it.
And you saw an example of the underrated part of Russell Westbrook's game that Michael Malone was talking about, the competitiveness defensively. He got the poke away from Randall from behind, which led to Christian Brown getting in transition where he is at his...
The Michael Jordan on advice, Tim Legler, on how to handle some of the double teams and traps that he's seeing. Extremely frustrated up until late. But when Michael answers the phone and speaks to you, you're doing okay.
Yeah, for a young player, it can get frustrating when you're getting that amount of attention and you're trying to cope with it. And Chris Finch said he's been much better about it since he vented on that situation a couple of weeks ago.
Edwards seeing 3 bodies that time to Randall. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Randall going to walk down Porter Jr. And we're going to have it in a crowd. Steps through and a slick finish. Just his second field goal of the game. He's got 5 to go along with a free throw. And he pushes up on Jamal Murray. Murray inside. Got it knocked away by Conley, who comes back the other way. They've got numbers. It's a 4-on-2. Edwards sailing in. Missed it. Randall with the putback. He missed it. And Jokic with the outlet to Murray. Nuggets off and running. Fade away by Murray. Loose ball and Gobert controls, but not for long. Christian Brown with the floater. What a...
So Christian Brown finally cleans all of that up, picking up the loose ball. Tough break for Minnesota. 2 opportunities for Randall and Edwards at the rim that they don't convert and give up 2 the other way.
Edwards over Murray, left it short. And that's going to be a foul against Julius. But they have played more road games than any other team in the NBA. Out of the horn set, Westbrook for 3. Rebounded by McDaniels. 1 and done that time for Denver. Gobert inside to Randall. And that time for Randall against Westbrook. And Russell Westbrook took his cornbread. Great steal, but he gave it right back. Edwards with some room service. The lead is back up to 10. Porter Jr. missed a good look. Randall pushing the pace. Gobert underneath. McDaniels 1 more to Edwards. From the mid-range. Randall with the follow. Brooke with the slot cut, didn't get it, but tipped it home. He does so about the basketball. The lead is down to 10. Westbrook with 4. Edwards off the ball right now. Randall at the elbow against Murray. That's a favorable matchup. Double team now by Jokic. Back outside. 7 on the shot clock for Conley. Blew a tire and turned it over. Gordon up court to Westbrook, who lays it home.
Going the other way.
Edwards puts his shoulder into Murray. Spins, fires, got it. Ant-Man with his 4th field goal. He's got 9. Gordon out top. Shooting a career best from 3-point territory so far, albeit low volume. Edwards will bring it across. Skip pass into the corner, McDaniels. Little jelly at the
Problem for Michael Malone. He knows it. They give up a lot of points at the rim, and that's 40 now. People better facilitate the game.
Hine told me that when he played FIBA basketball a couple of seasons ago, he learned to work in a tighter space and be more efficient in the half court. 1 minute to go in the half. Randall at the free throw line.
Yeah, Denver going to a zone here, I think in large part to limit all of this paint production, try to force Minnesota to take a 3.
There's the 3 from McDaniels. They got the desire. They knocked down the 3 to make it a 12-point game. McDaniels off the turnover. Randall on the fly, got Edwards with him. Randall missed it. Edwards has his back to the biggest of the game at 14. Gordon with a counter. Putting it at 43%.
Yeah, Denver's offense hasn't been the problem. Going to be interesting to see the talk that Michael Malone has for his team defensively. Has to be much better in the second half, as now you see trying to take this down as far as they can and leave Denver as little time as possible.
Run an inverted pick and roll with Randall and Connolly at work. Boy, Chris Finch is pressing all the right buttons right now. And that's going to be a foul against Edwards, trying to pick up Murray three-quarters.
Really aggressive, and you end up giving Jamal Murray two free. Advantage of the fact Jamal Murray was dealing with a calf injury, wasn't necessarily 100%, but
right
on the perimeter in that series and really caused havoc.
With a second to go, it'll count.